You've no doubt heard of the golden rule. Treat others as you wish to be treated. But have you heard of the golden rules of networking? There's a protocol that the most successful networkers follow to ensure that they are maximizing their efforts. It starts with having a game plan, which we discussed in a prior lesson. Here, we're going to go into more depth about how you can turn your networking into real results in your job search. One of the best things you can do in the networking world is help other people. In fact, this is so important that it is the stance out of which you should build your entire networking plan. It's in our human nature to want to help people, and the people you'll meet will have that drive as well. But you can't go out expecting people to help you, at least not before you offer to help them. Helping your network is as easy as providing value. You can do this on LinkedIn by sharing an article you read that you feel would benefit your connections. Individually, you can call or email people in your network to check in and see if there's anything they need. And when you meet new people, before you separate, pointedly ask, "How can I help you?" By giving, you position yourself to receive. You provide value to others, and they're inclined to ask how they can reciprocate. "How can I help you?" they will ask. Or, "What's new with you?" Once that door is open, you can share with them your career goals and the people you'd like to meet. More often than not, they'll be more than happy to point you in the right direction. This should be a golden rule of life, let alone one of the golden rules of networking, but it certainly needs to be said. In your role as a job seeker, you've probably been told that when you go to an interview, you should be kind to everyone you meet. Again, although this is kind of a standard way of being, it happens that some job seekers are just plain rude to the receptionist, for instance. But what you may not know is that the hiring committee could follow up with the receptionist on his or her impression of the candidates. And if you were the person who was short with him or her, you can expect you will not be moving forward. This is true with networking as well. You don't know who knows who and who has the potential to help you reach your goals. Treat the people at the check-in table with respect. Ask the waitress who's walking around the hors d'oeuvres how her day is going. Talk to the person who's standing alone at a table. No positive efforts are without merit when it comes to networking. Everyone you meet could be someone who can help you on your journey to that next great job. Unfortunately, it's human nature to make assumptions. So this will be one of the more challenging golden rules of networking to follow. However, when you make assumptions, you limit your options. Let's say that someone talks to you at a networking event who is involved in a direct sales company. You may not be at all interested in buying what they're selling, and you certainly don't want to work in that company, even if it promises great returns. But what if the person who is a representative of that direct sales company has a large customer base, and she just happens to have a customer who works in your industry? By making an assumption that she can't help you, you will effectively eliminate the possibility of an introduction to the person who can help you. Too often, job seekers who add networking to their job search strategy put expectations on their outreach efforts. This is a recipe for disappointment, if not disaster. Let's say that your expectation is that you will go to a trade show and definitely meet the most exciting person that you're looking to connect with. After all, his company is on the list of attendees. But then, once you get there, he's not there. You can't find him. Your schedule is so booked, you keep missing each other. It just turns into what you think is disaster. Something like that could turn you off from networking altogether. Instead of setting yourself up for failure, create your game plan, but allow for flexibility. There's nothing wrong with not meeting 5 new people at an event. Perhaps instead you had meaningful conversations with 3 people, and you've already planned a coffee meeting with one of them. That is definitely a win. Sure, you're attending networking events to further your agenda, but that doesn't mean you can't care about others. When you're chatting with someone, stop looking over their shoulder at who else is in the room. Instead, put 100% of yourself into the conversation at hand. Be present. Be interested. Be interesting. If you start to realize there's not much to be gained here for either of you, make a gracious exit. Just thank them for their time, let them know that you should both meet some more people and wish them a great day. If you've done any networking, you've no doubt run into that one person who feels a networking event is a sprint to meet as many people as possible, giving every person a business card. That is the person you do not want to emulate. When you enter a room ready to hand your card or resume to everyone, you'll turn off way more people than you'll attract. Focus not on how many people you meet, but on meeting the right people. Quality over quantity. If you have business cards, feel free to exchange them, but only do so after you've had a meaningful interaction or when you're asked for one. And don't bother taking resumes to a networking event. Instead, ask for that person's business card and follow up with your resume after the event. One of the most important rules of networking is to follow up. We have a complete lesson on the importance of this step, but it bears mentioning here as well. Make sure that you are following up with people you meet within a day of meeting them. After that, they've probably forgotten the fact that they met you in the first place. And if you're looking for a new position, it's all about timelines. Networking is a key aspect of a strategic job search, and to be most effective, you need to follow the golden rules of networking. These include helping others first, being kind to everyone you meet, not making assumptions about if people are a good fit or not, avoiding having expectations about what will happen when you're networking, showing genuine interest in the people you're talking to by staying present, following up in a timely manner. Only after you have begun to create trust and relationships can you move on to the next real goal of networking, which is asking people for introductions and help in your job search.